Hi everyone, welcome back to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Hannah to quickly go through our anime disclaimers.
Yes, because you'll need them just in case you don't want sensitive ears listening. But yeah, this is fair warning, a podcast that we're going to be talking about there's going to be language, there's going to be cursing because we're drinking, there's going to be drinks. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
What kind of fucking language is
rude.
happening in
this
here?
This is bullshit.
It's a family show.
So sorry.
Please don't watch this with your family.
Yeah, don't do it.
Watch it in private.
With the door closed and locked. But yeah, so there's going to be language. There's probably going to be some sexy talk in here.
Some adult themes.
Definitely a lot of adult themes. And that ranges
references
from,
to sexuality.
Yes, sexy sex time and daddies. Lots of daddies.
So many daddies. All the daddies with an I-E-S. Daddies.
Daddies.
Probably some dark elements, some things that might be uncomfortable, death,
sex, violence, drug use,
heavy themes.
We're gonna talk about it all. So if you're a little sensitive about those subjects, please just be aware that it's to your discretion, and don't come at us for watching in dub. Okay?
Mostly don't come at us for that because we are Baka Bitches and we are not reading subtitles.
We are not. Maybe on our own time, but this is podcast time and we gotta go with the English. We gotta go with the English so we absorb it all.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy. Hello everyone, this is Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime while we're drinking.
Also drinking and talking about anime.
They're both like very...
intertwined?
Yeah, I was like...
Good enough.
I couldn't think of the word, but that's close enough. So my name is Hannah, and I am co-host with...
Hannah 2.0.
Oh, hey!
Hey, girl. Hey,
girlfriend.
Just kidding. It's Stephanie.
It is.
Hannah 2.0.
Stephanie. And tonight we be doing a little drink. And tonight's drink is a little bit of that pink sexy, or as people actually call it, apparently, kinky, which
kinky
I should...
what?
Just kinky.
Kinky pink.
Yeah,
you have to specify a color.
Because they have a blue one, right?
And a yellow one.
They have a yellow one now?
And a purple one.
Oh
and
my
a green
gosh,
one.
are you fucking serious? I am so out of the loop.
No.
Oh. I was taking you serious.
No, there's only pink one.
I thought they had a blue one.
No.
Ah!
No, the blue thing we've been drinking is Hypnotic.
I know,
it's
but like,
not the same. No.
Okay.
It's not even the same brand.
So no, we're doing Pink Sexy, and a little bit of Hypnotic in there, and a little bit of vodka and
cranberry juice.
So we, doing a little mixy mix of that.
And I think strawberry kiwi.
That's true. That is added.
I forgot about that. I'm pretty sure that it's...
You're remembering it a lot better than me.
I'm pretty sure that it's strawberry kiwi.
Yeah, there was like a... Is it a hard seltzer?
Seltzer, yeah.
Okay.
As the base.
Yep. So, like, that's what we're drinking tonight, people.
So try to keep up on our level, guys. Good luck.
Yeah. We are, like... 2-3 drinks in at this point, and this is one we've landed on while we're recording.
It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid, very fruity, very drinky. So yeah. Anyways, tonight's episode of Inuyasha is called Yura of the Demon Hair.
Episode 4.
Episode 4. So we're still like breaking into this, but we're starting to see some action here. And the synopsis says, Inuyasha travels through the Bone Eater's Well to bring Kagome back to feudal Japan to locate Yura's whereabouts. Meanwhile, Kaede realizes that Kagome is indeed Kikyo reincarnated. Inuyasha is soon caught in a web of hair and skulls as Yura endlessly attacks him, trying to claim his shard of the Shikon jewel for herself. Kagome figures out that a red skull found on the Tower of Hair is the source of Yura's strength. She destroys the red skull, revealing a red comb used to comb the hair of the deceased, Yura's true being, which she also ends up destroying as well, successfully killing Yura.
These are pretty high stakes items.
Yeah, like there's
really are.
There's a lot kind of going on in this episode, and I don't really like how that last sentence was worded, just because it sounds like Kagome like finds the red comb, and I don't know. It's just a weird like. Okay, I'll read it again. She destroys the red skull, revealing a red comb used to comb the hair of the deceased, Yura's true being, which she also ends up destroying as well, successfully killing Yura. I don't know. It's a weird little sentence there. But we'll go into depth about everything to maybe well, we're going to try to clarify.
Attempt to clarify.
Because I am feeling the drinkage. So I don't really know how clear I'm going to be.
I'm so here. I'm totally fine right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you are the only one then, because I am feeling it right now.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry to me.
It's probably the fact that it's been, like forever since I really drank as much as I have. That's fine.
Mine was like yesterday.
Yeah, that's the difference. I don't build that tolerance like you do. I do not. I am a wimpy baby.
Congratulations for not drinking as much as me, Hannah.
I'm just a social drinker, that's all.
Okay, so do you want to go through points, or do you want me to read through the notes that I physically took?
Ooh,
and then
okay.
you can correct me. Because I know we like a mixture of both.
We do. We're very good at doing both, I think.
Heard.
So yeah, we could go down the list and we'll add the fluff and the color to everything as we go along. How's that sound?
Sure.
Okay.
Bullet point number 1 from Stephanie's notes.
Yeah.
Flashback to Inuyasha burying Kaede. That was the first thing that I wrote down.
Yeah, that's true. We did have a flashback to that last episode where...
Yes, guys, I fucking nailed it.
Kaede's like, don't
Hannah's proud
forget me. I am. I'm so proud. And Kaede's just like, don't forget me, ye old priestess.
Don't forget me, I think that I remember you. I don't know, actually, that song. I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know either, but that's fine. And Inuyasha's just like, maybe I'll forget you, you old hag.
Maybe I won't, haha. Let's find out.
You'll never know. And Kaede just lays there, resigned as fuck.
Under, 6 inches of dirt. She's like, I guess I just can't move now.
Yeah, she's like, I have a shoulder injury at, probably the age of, 38. But she looks like a grandma, but this is also
I just can't.
Feudal Japan, so
It is. So either you're young and hot, or you're
just old and haggard and
an obasan.
Yeah.
The only other Japanese words I know.
I'm
how to
so
say
much
old lady.
Obasan. Yeah. So she's just laying there, trying to recover from her wound, which has not been, like, patched up in any way. It's just, Inuyasha's just like, oh, I guess you're dying. So she's...
So, good night.
Good night, goodbye, forever.
Yeah.
As he's trying to, like, sniff out where Kagome has gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's half dog demon. So,
And
naturally...
he knows he's got to find her.
Yeah, to find the Shikon jewel,
Right.
and
She's part of the intertwined web that they've got weaved.
yeah, very complicated web.
She's a key component to that.
Right.
So even though we know in that moment he doesn't necessarily like her, he knows that he needs her.
It's a necessity.
She's part of what needs
Yeah.
to be. So he knows he can't get too far away from her.
Right.
Which is why he's like, oh, she gone?
I don't think so.
Let's go get her bitch ass and bring her back.
Yeehaw.
No, I feel like
Yeah.
that's part of where this story is going.
Definitely.
Because he doesn't seem like he has genuine affection for her at this point. He's just
No.
like,
He's just like, gosh,
she's
dang.
part of it.
This stupid ass, bitch ass human woman.
She just noped the fuck out.
like how fucking
Inadvertently
dare she?
by falling after getting a hair on her face.
Like how fucking rude is this bitch?
Yeah.
And so yeah, he tries to sniff her out, ends up at the well, and he's
As he
like,
does. Yeah.
he stumbles upon her uniform, and is
sexy.
like, that that bitch actually did it. She actually went back to her time. Like, how fucking dare she?
Right, and granted, he doesn't know that it was like an accident where she
Right.
just fell in. She
Right.
didn't jump in.
Yeah,
He doesn't know that portion.
yeah.
all he
doesn't
knows
know
is-
that.
She gone. Some of her shit's still here.
Yeah, like how dare she actually
Mm-hmm.
follow through with her threats? Like,
It's such a shocker when women do that, honestly.
yeah, because as women, and I have been guilty of this, like
As
in
being
a
a
sense
woman?
of, well, as a woman, but also like in a sense of like being a dog owner. I have been an empty threat to my dog. And my parents have called me out on that because I'm just like, Suki, get back here. And she ignores me. And I'm like, come here, you stinking dog. I'm going to get you. Blah, blah, blah.
I can't see you like that, honestly.
I really am like that. And like, she just minds her business. She doesn't acknowledge me whatsoever. Granted, she is very old and probably hard of hearing too. So like, there
She's
is
only
that
hard of
factor.
hearing you.
Yeah,
But
that's really what it is.
Continue, Hannah.
And so my parents will like watch me do that thing, and they'll be like, "Empty threat parent," blah blah blah. I'm like, "Shut up! I don't need this right now." I'm just trying to get my dog.
I'm not nodding my head because I agree with your parents,
but
but
also,
yes.
like, fair.
But,
but I don't need that.
But I've also never agreed with them more. Understood. Continue.
But it's my dog. Like, not
yeah,
a kid.
yeah,
It's
true.
fine.
Understood,
It's fine.
your dog.
Just the
Puppy.
dog.
Yes, cutie dog.
Oh, yeah, a cute, tiny, senile baby.
Cutie.
So, yeah, like, he straight up was, like, shocked. Like, the audacity of this boy.
Yeah.
Is just like, she really went back. Like, how fucking dare she?
She wasn't given permission.
She followed through with that threat. I cannot believe she did this.
Yeah.
And so he's like, not while I'm around. And his ass jumps through the well. And you're thinking, like, oh, like, is that really gonna work for him? I don't know. Kind of sus. But, like, it legit works for him. And on the other end of that, in the modern times, Kagome is just getting out of the bath. She's drying her hair. And she's sitting there in front of Grandpa, who's like, I sealed the well up. There's no way that anything could come in and you can't go out. It's sealed. It's gone. I put all my, like, demon notes, things on it. like, to seal it up. And, like...
Good job, OG-san.
Good job.
Doesn't matter.
And Kagome's just like, oh, shit, you sealed it up. Like, that's cray-cray. Like, but she, like, goes to bed. She goes to her room. She flops on her bed. And she's like...
this is what she's been saying she wanted.
I mean, that's fair. Like, I mean, I can't
You or
blame
I,
her
we
for
would
that.
be having an existential crisis because we'd be
Right.
like, anime life.
Like, I need
We're
that right
leaving
now.
this behind to go
Yeah.
to our shitty 9 to 5.
Right.
But she is not. She's been threatening this because, first of all, I would not have been threatening this
Right.
because this is my worst nightmare.
Worst or best nightmare?
Worst of worst nightmares.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I
My
guess maybe...
best nightmare is I can work a 9 to 5. No.
No, that is really my actual nightmare, is doing the 9 to 5 thing. Like, I would much rather be transported to a different world, a different era, than having to deal with, like, the stress of rent or mortgages and bills and, like, wondering how I'm gonna survive in this society.
But what if you could just be, a cute girl with perky breasts taking a bath in a...
I
in a
have
lake?
passed that prime, Stephanie.
But this is where she wakes up.
I know.
This is what I'm
mean,
saying.
it must be
She's
real
perky,
tough being a
perky,
16-year-old. Or like 15-year-old. 15? I think she's 15.
For the sake of what I'm talking about, let's just call her 18.
Okay. A teenager. A late
With
teenager.
Perky ass breasts.
Yeah, that must be
in a
nice.
cold river. Minding your own business, just trying to take a bath.
Sure.
As a hot anime dude looks on at you.
I know. Like, how could you leave that? How could you leave that?
I would not be wishing for my old life back.
No, I would be like, absolutely never again. Like, will I miss my family? Will I miss my friends? Absolutely.
Sure.
But I am now in a world where there are hot demon men. Like,
I'd more wish just the people
know?
that I was really close to could just join me here.
sure.
Let's
sure.
just come here to this fucking paradise.
It's fine. We'll figure it out from there. Like, but let's live our best lives as villagers and, like, do some gardening. Like, I don't know, walk around, hunt some
around,
things.
yeah. A good walkabout.
I mean, what else are you gonna do? Like, make some pottery, sew some clothes. Like, what is gonna be the biggest urgency at that point in time? It's a functioning village.
Do some fishing.
Yeah, fishing.
Do some gardening.
Make a bonfire.
Yeah, trap some rainwater to make some drinking water.
Yeah, like, it's really a simple life, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Seems a
really,
lot less
that
stressful.
is a lot less stressful. Like, that is my dream, and this girl decides to poo-poo all of that because one demon boy decides to, like, not call her by her name. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, she definitely gets her panties in a twist. Threatens to leave a bunch of times, but then ends up accidentally leaving.
Yeah, accidentally falling through.
Right.
Because of
Yura.
of the hair. But she still made it through, and she was really shocked, but she starts immediately adjusting.
And surprisingly, no one she's close to, being her brother and grandfather, are noticeably, aka in the anime, behaving any differently towards her, as if, like, you've been gone for a period of time, like, we're gonna keep an extra close eye on you.
Nothing.
But they're pretty much just immediately, like, business back to normal.
Yeah, like, great, glad we found you. Okay, go take a bath. We're gonna, like, cook dinner or whatever it is. I don't even know. But, like, Grandpa decides to seal up the well with his own talisman. And, it's just, this is what it is, kid. Glad you're back, though.
Right.
And she just kind of like is, instead of like, I don't know, I don't even know what you would be in this situation, but she's just taking it in stride, like, okay, you sealed it off so no one can get in or out, like, okay, get it, cool, I'm just gonna go back to my teenage life, I guess.
Like,
And
immediately, like, within the same hour.
yeah,
She
just
doesn't
good.
even have a break of, like, existential crisis. Not even a moment that we see where she questions anything or is like, was that real life? Like,
Right.
she's just suddenly back in the real world, and so are all of the thoughts in her head.
Which is so wild, because to me, I would just be dwelling on it, because I'd be like, am I psycho?
Crazy, or did that really happen?
Yeah, was that like a weird fever dream?
And I feel like that would be normal to think through. Like,
so Kagome is just like quickly adapting back to her modern life after coming back from feudal Japan. Like, nothing really happened. And she's just like casual about her grandpa, like sealing everything off, and like nothing's gonna come through there. Well, lo and behold, our very angry half-demon Dagaboyo is just straight up, no, this is not okay. I've got to bring her back. He jumps down the well, and you're thinking, okay, good luck with coming out the other side in the modern world. And he actually does.
right. Like, he didn't even try that hard. He just pops up out of nowhere and is like, surprise, motherfucker.
He just assumed, like, that's gonna happen, and it did. It's kind of like, I do believe in fairies. I do.
And then there was a fairy.
Yeah.
That does feel like what happened. And so then, like, out of nowhere, like, he immediately is, like, in the same household, like, finds Kagome.
Yeah, as she's
Is,
eating,
like, talking to
dinner or
her,
something.
and she's just casually, she's not even, like, shooketh, like, I thought you were a dream, or, like, I didn't think that this was, like, that part of what had happened was real.
Yeah.
She's over here, like, full, like, what are you doing here? Like,
how dare you?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's not even trying to pretend like
No.
she didn't think the thing happened. Like, she is full committed to this happens.
Yeah.
And I left after 2 fever dream episodes.
Because this is fucking wild.
Right.
And, like,
and that's fucking wild to me. That was the stance that she took and committed to.
And there was even, like, a scene which we kind of, like, didn't even talk about. Like, a brief scene where her mom is talking to her grandpa while Kagome is probably, like, in the bath or whatever. But she's, like, her mom is, like, to her grandpa, like, you really believe what she said? So clearly she, like, divulges everything that happened to her. She fell down well to a whole different era from the past, and there's demons, and there's blah, 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 and this is what happened.
Right.
And her
And now
grandpa,
it's being debated on whether or not, like, that was reality.
if she's fucking crazy, or she hit her head, or whatever. And her grandpa's like, well, you know, like, I do kind of believe her. Like, this, you know, whatever. Well, we'll figure it out, but this is what she says is what happened. So, you know, I'm going to take her word for it. And if there's not proof enough by the fact they're sitting down all together and having dinner and stuff, and a weird dressed strange man with long silver hair comes in with, like, dog ears to, like, be like, there you are, I found you. And she's like, Inuyasha, what are you doing here? You know? And the first thing that her mom does in reaction is to go straight up to Inuyasha and, like, pet and play with his ears. And you're just like, yeah,
Yes.
no, that's truly what Kagome did when she first saw him too. So, like,
Right.
runs in the family. Got it. Curiosity killed the cat, so to speak.
Yeah. So we see where she gets it
Yeah,
from.
yeah. I'm like, okay, the genes run strong with everyone. And so her mom's like touching Inuyasha's ears, and Kagome and Inuyasha are kind of like fighting, like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I came to get you. And she's like, wait, like during this argument, she's like, wait. What is that like on your shoulder? And it's a piece of hair. And she's like, oh my gosh, is this from, Yura? And sure enough, as soon as Kagome picks it up, like the string like moves on its own and tightens around Kagome's hands and makes her bleed. Because it's still sharp, it's still doing the thing, even in modern times. And she's like, oh no, we've got to go. So they go back to the well. And they see that after Inuyasha bursts through everything, the hairs can now get through. And they're like tentacly, wiggly, wobbly. And Inuyasha still can't see it. Kagome can. And it's just like hair upon hair upon hair of like these tentacle gross things. And Kagome's like, oh shit, we've got to do something about this. And her family is like following her out too. So she shuts the door to the shrine where the well is. And it's like, you can't come in and leave, please. And they're like on the other side, like, what's going on? I don't get it. And both Inuyasha and Kagome are trying to fight these hares. And as Kagome is trying to tell Inuyasha, like, dive over here to avoid the hair, go left, go right, blah, blah, blah. She sees like a certain strand and she's like, oh, that must be the one that's controlling it. And she tells Inuyasha, like, slash it here. And he does. And they all disappear. All the hairs disappear or, like, go limp or whatever. And so she's like, okay, I figured that out. But I guess we have to go back. Otherwise, all of this hair is just going to keep coming back. And it's not going to be good. So we've just got to go back to the feudal Japan era and take Yura down. And so Inuyasha's like, yeah, that's fine. That's what I wanted to do anyways. So great. I came back with you. It's all good. So they go back back down the well. They just jump right in after Inuyasha is just like, here, have like my outer coat, like my red kimono part, and it's made of the fire rat, which apparently is like impervious to fire and like anything sharp, I guess. So he puts that over Kagome, and then they jump down the well together and make it back to feudal Japan, where they're immediately kind of in the throes with Yura. Right. Because she's there and she's like, oh, I must have your silver hair, and I must have the Shikon jewel, and I must, XYZ, whatever, it doesn't matter.
So then Kagome decides to ride Inuyasha up the mountain.
Yeah.
I did make note of that she rode him all the way up to the top of the mountain. As soon as they got there.
Yeah.
Because like step one.
He
ride him.
Yeah, like, I mean, what else are you going to do? Like,
in an anime, I guess nothing else.
In feudal Japan, you just got to ride your demon dog boy. And, so they're running around, like, trying to avoid all this hair coming at them, because that's just what they do now. And Yura's just like, I must have your hair, and I must, take your head off just right, because I don't want to get your hair stained with your blood, because that won't be good, I guess. Even though I'm pretty sure that blood would wash off of hair. It's
I
not
mean,
like
that's
a
apparently,
permanent-
I mean, that's what Kagome was doing at the beginning of last episode, right?
Yeah.
Was washing dirt and blood off of her hair and
Right.
face.
Right, so it's just proof that she can do it.
Right,
then
she
Yura
could.
can do it.
It's just not what she's doing in this moment.
No. So they're like running for their lives, and Kagome's still trying to, be the watch, because she's the only one that can apparently see all that much hair. And at some point, they get kind of separated, and Inuyasha gets caught, gets bound up in all this hair, and Kagome's kind of left on the ground in her, whatever, the kimono that she got from Inuyasha. And I guess she had, at some point, I can't remember anymore, but at some point she had swiped a bow and arrow.
Yeah,
Or a quiver of arrows.
I do have Kagome wonders why she doesn't bleed.
Yeah. There is a point, because Yura tries to attack both of them. And Kagome does get caught up in some hair, but because of the kimono, she's protected, and Yura's just like, wait, why aren't you bleeding? Why haven't you lost an arm yet? You should have lost a ligament. And Kagome's like, oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know. And Kagome recalls back saying, oh, he told me that there's a fire rat hair thing that this is made out of, and I guess that must have protected me. Because Yura also sent down strands of hair with fire on them towards Kagome, and she was, protected from all of the flames because of that piece of clothing. Which, I don't know, just became very useful, I guess. While Inuyasha was definitely trapped and getting kind of the shit kicked out of him. Because he got stabbed by the katana that Yura had, like 1 or 2 times. I don't know what else. But at some point, Yura gets close, even though Inuyasha is bound by her hairs. And he is able to kind of slash at her, or no, he plunges his hand into Yura's bosom, really, right through her, really, to steal back the Shikon jewel. Because that's where Yura held the jewel, was between her breasticles.
Of course.
As one does. And so Inuyasha retrieves it rather extra by just not just grabbing it, but
yeah,
shoving,
extra grabbing it
by shoving.
He's kind of surprised that she's still up and moving just normal
Yeah.
after that.
Same.
He doesn't know what to do about that until Kagome is that's not literally her real heart, not her soul.
Yeah, that's not it.
It's the red skull.
And Inuyasha
You've been
still
just
doesn't see it.
arbitrarily hacking and slashing at all this shit. But you have to hit the target that matters.
Yeah, this red skull seems to be standing out to me, IDKY. And Inuyasha's like, I don't even see anything. He has no sight for this. So Kagome's just like, I guess I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
And starts climbing all of the hair and the skulls to get to this one specific red skull. And Inuyasha's busy with Yura as she's trying to stab him multiple times and more or less kill him and get him out of the way. He's still standing, Yura's still standing. it's, it's fine. It's cool. And eventually Yura sees that Kagome is going after a crucial, very important skull of hers, and she's like, no, I won't have it, and tries to stop her, but very unsuccessful after kind of struggling with both of them. And so Yura is defeated in the sense that Inuyasha was a distraction, and Kagome was able to reach the skull and start, like, shanking it.
Hacking it until it turns into a comb.
Yeah. Like, breaks the skull, and Yura's just, like, panicking at that point because she's feeling it. And Kagome breaks through that skull and then starts pounding even more into a comb that was hidden in this skull, and until that breaks in half, and Yura just disappears into dust, leaving only her scantily clad outfit to flutter away in the wind.
Seems about right.
Yeah. And that is, the two of them after that decide to talk about it, and Kagome was just like, so she was a comb after all. That's weird. And Inuyasha
I hate when people I know turn out to be combs.
I know, like, the fucking doing me a bamboozle. And Inuyasha's like, you literally have been in this world for like 4 days and you didn't suspect this to happen? Like,
no, bitch, I did not.
Yeah, in this world, demons can be combs.
Combs.
So, like, get used to it, bitch. And yeah, that's more or less how it ends. Kind of anticlimactic for kind of
for the end of an episode, but
baddie.
this came after. This is closure after 2 episodes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, oh, you think, oh, it's gonna be like a 1 episode villain. Like, yeah, she'll stick around for 2. So, all right.
She's here 50% longer than most.
Yeah, honestly, compared to other types of villains. But yeah, that's kind of where it ends. But it's not bad. It's not a bad episode. But, as you kind of said in the previous episode, I wouldn't have minded if Yura stuck around for longer than this. But,
right.
It is what it is. She had a short life.
She got a busy schedule.
Of dying.
Being an anime villain and all.
Yeah. What else can you do?
She got other villainous to villain.
In another dimension.
Heard.
So that's it. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Baka bye!